Coming to you from rugby's greatest fortress, New Zealand's national stadium, Eden Park, is the Aotearoa Rugby Pod. Welcoming Blues first five and sometimes fullback Stephen Perofeta to the show. Stephen, it's your 10th Super Rugby season, mate. Number 10. Do you feel like a vet?
Yeah, thanks guys for having me.
A young vet.
Yeah, it's flying by, but just seeing the younger boys coming through and hearing them say their date of birth. I'm hearing 2004 and 2005, so it makes me feel a lot older.
How has the pre-season gone? Are you boys a much younger squad than last season?
Yeah, very young squad, but a good mix of older heads too. So look, we had a pretty good pre-season and established key focuses that we wanted to do, and I think personally I'm just very grateful that the bodies withstood the load and got through a pre-season, and it's feeling ready.
You speak about the body, obviously you've had your injuries, but from what I saw at training a couple of times, that mental sharpness, that focus, I don't know, there's a little bit of grit in your eye there, and you're really demanding at training, not only from yourself but the ones around you.
At the time, definitely came with its challenges around being out of the game and not doing what I love and what I get paid to do, essentially. It was tough. Like, I found myself isolating myself and distancing myself from family, partner. But the good thing was that I had help and support, which I'm truly a bit blessed about. Once I noticed that, and partner said, look, you're doing this, and I got the help I needed around my mentals especially, but most importantly it was, I think a big part of breakthrough was the faith and the love of God, just to bless me with all of these times of trials, knowing that at the end I'm in a better position, and the body and mind's a lot more aligned, and I just feel at ease and at peace.
Was it different to the previous times that you'd had it? Was it worse this time around because of the domino effect of it all?
Yeah, exactly. It was just back to back to back to back. Compared to the first time I injured it, I was like, all right, let's get into rehab, and we'll make it right and it'll come right. But then, just the domino effect, I think, had the big toll on the mind, and I still wanted to get back and do my best to contribute when I would be back, and it made me create or have a team around me where I knew exactly what to do. I had processes in place to make sure that I'm ready to go, ready to train, and then working with mental skills coaches around returning to train and returning to play, how I can get back to that instinctive play that I really enjoy. And there was a struggle, but I think going through it was there was light in it.
What was it that made you want to kind of close in?
Yeah, all of that, future, doubt, anxiety, pressure of, I guess, myself overthinking, will I ever be, fit and able to be able to perform again, or at this level. But I think in the whole journey, improvement and progress was encouraging for me, and the constant support from my physio, my partner, family, friends, all of the circle were there the whole way for me.
Your faith though as well, it seems to have grown really, really strong.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was saved by His grace, Dripper, and grounded in it, to be fair, and it's definitely part of the routine and that process that I talk about. That's probably at the forefront. And look, it's challenging at times. Like my mind's thinking this, but the words saying this, and I guess that's what I lean on. And like I said before, I'm a lot more at peace, and I guess at ease was from day to day what I do on and off the field, leading up to the beginning of the season. Yeah.
So you're one of those guys now sets an alarm at 5 a.m. and gets up and does some yoga and that kind of stuff to get your body right, or how does it work for you as far as that preparation?
Yeah, not quite 5 a.m., but there's a routine I get into at training before. Take me 30 minutes just to prep the body and activating the legs, the whole lower legs, and then it'll be more after the day where I reflect and I guess have a bit of gratitude to being able to train and obviously play. So I do appreciate it a lot more, but there is a process where I constantly stick to before training, and then after I just appreciate it a lot more, because when I wasn't training, I was thinking in my mind, damn, I wish I was out there. So now that I am, it's a lot more, I guess, satisfying. Yeah.
You've got body aligned, mind aligned, but I think the squad's aligned. If you look at who's inside and outside you, inside you've got 3 halfbacks that could start Super Rugby in most teams, and they're battling it out. But more importantly, the key chess piece, in my opinion, is pera ki. The ability you said before to play on instinct, that's when you're at your best. Well, someone like Peter, to me, gives you the ability to do that because of his cons in and out.
For sure, yeah. And like you said, competition is very healthy, and I think that's the benefits of us and at the Blues with our options at 9. So, Pitts has been impressed. I've been impressed by Pitts this year, this pre-season. I think just his composure and coming with his experience from France, you could just feel his presence around his communication, and man, he can carry and hit. So, and then not overlooking his skills, but he's a complete player, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to play with him.
You don't catch him making calls in French like he's talking to Intermark and DuPont there.
First week back, he was calling one of his Toulouse calls and thinking that it was our kick call, and I was like, what was that? What was that call? And he's like, oh, that was our kick call for when he was in Toulouse. And so no French, but there's a mix-up of language, play-wise. But now we're settled with that. We're settled with that now, and all on the same page.
You've got Tongan players and Samoan players, and obviously English throughout. Is there a chat in different languages as the game goes on within the game?
I occasionally, speak Samoan to. I remember Mark Telea when he was on the wing. I'd just tell him in Samoan, I've got last, or go. But on field it's here and there, but more in the change rooms or in the gym.
I can assure you, being in the front row with Puliasi Manu and a few other of the Tongans, there's one word that I probably don't know what it translates to, but they say hoka, and it's just like when you hear that, you're like, hold on to your seats. They're going for it. They're going for it. It wasn't said like in a joking way. It was like, oh, okay, we're on here.
Yeah, watch out. One of the changes this year, we've got the 50-22 rule. How has that changed, I suppose, 1, the ball in hand play when you've got it, and 2, when you don't have it?
Attacking wise, it's definitely creating more dynamic play, I feel. Was backfield now having to, I guess, be more wary of covering that kick space for 50-22. It does allow, I guess, the attack to be able to shift to then kick, and training on defence in recent times it's a lot harder because we are having to cover a lot more ground and holding back for the kick, so beneficial for the attack a lot in many ways, and it'll be a good work for the backfield coverage on defence.
Season, have any teams still committed to the rush D and held the backfield? Because I can imagine that'd be very risky to just go a pass or a cross-field kick straight over that rush defence.
I think it's speaking from experience, still navigating ways where we can access kicks.
Yeah.
Because we did take learnings from our first preseason game against Hurricanes. They did bring a lot of line speed and leaving that kick space free and available, but it's a matter of, I guess, how we're getting it there. So that's being in as the chats we're having on the drawing board and in meeting rooms, how we can expose that. So I think it'll be a lot of moving around and shifting of players where they're in better positions to kick. It might mean we're a bit deeper, so we're able to shift the ball to the width to then kick. Because currently we've been playing flat and there's just no time. So
you think of the threat of Caleb Clark, like all I can see is the backfield, right? Like, and I'm just thinking, I drop back there, and then as the game and there's fatigue in the game, the line speed slows. A simple pass to your second receiver, and then a cutout ball to Caleb running flat to create a one-on-one or maybe a two-on-one. I don't know, that excites me, just thinking that it's going to create that much time and space for athletes like him.
That's the benefits on attack, and that lights my eyes up.
Yeah.
So I guess the rule changes come in to encourage that type of play and keep things more dynamic, and ball and plays could be a little bit longer. So it's exciting.
Sorry to get ill nerdy on this, but Wayne Smith, when the Chiefs won 2 titles in a row, he had this thing where he would present one picture, the Chiefs would present one picture, and then they'd drop out of it just at the last minute. Has there been any bluffing, or have you guys talked about maybe putting the winger up but knowing he's just going to drop back straight away?
You should jump in the coaching chair. I'm learning this as you're talking to me. I'd say more of set piece defence around particularly scrum setup on defence. But look, I'll put that point forward.
Thank you, mate. The old bluff.
Tell them to watch the podcast.
We do need the clutch.
Jipper will give a special blues segment each week of his feedback. They can go into the coaching meeting.
Absolutely. Is there a young player, like that you've sort of looked at with such a young squad that's impressed you pre-season?
Yes, there's a couple. Rico Simpson has impressed me these last couple of years, watching him through Mitre 10, just his ambition to attack and his skill sets has really impressed me, and more so in pre-season and this year he's just grown in terms of his tactical awareness, game knowledge, game management, and still backing himself around his strengths. And so he's really come to mind for me. And also the other one would be my most Cody Vi. Man, he's got electric feet and can run. He's skilled, get in the air, and he's at a good pre-season where he's done the work and he's in pretty good shape. So they're two young players that have impressed me.
We know Cody for the hot feet, but man, he's such a power athlete. He can hit too, can't he?
Man, he can.
Yeah.
Yes. I think people mistake his size.
We'll get a little shock, I think.
Different kind of mistake his size for the contact area.
Yes. Yeah, no, he's good.
Except Reese is the same, isn't he? Like, little bloke, but when he decides to bump,
he
can bump.
He can bump. And
you look around the rest of the competition, which players excite you from the other teams? Which ones get you on the edge of your seat?
And Cam Roigard, I like his play around, his attacking threats around the ruck, and then his kicking game. And when I know defending, like you have to shore up your heart and all the space around the ruck, and then that opens up other spaces. So Cam Roigard has impressed me the last couple of years.
When you look at this season, and let's say it's another successful season like 2024, there's a big event in the middle of this year in South Africa. How much is that a motivating factor? I know you'll be day by day or game by game, but that opportunity to go back to an old school touring midweek games really must excite you to get back in that black jersey.
To be fair, Chipper, I haven't had too much thoughts in that regard. But I'm thankful that I'm training again, and I appreciate it when I walk off the field that I'm still healthy to train. And then the past 2 weeks around playing the first 2 preseason, it's honestly a blessing to be back. And so, yeah, the ambition and goal for me is to really have a crack at it with the Blues and make sure that the successes in this team and with myself and my body.
You've been around long enough to have been there before. What did you love the most about going there? And if you were on the plane, what would you look forward to doing while you're there?
Man, I loved Cape Town. I remember I would go to, I think it was the Nelson Mandela Mall, and they had this certain drink, I think it's passion fruit lemonade. So I always loved just having that with sushi or something. And then coming back home, I'd ask, can I have a passion fruit lemonade? And waitresses would be looking at me like,
What?
We don't have that. So I like the food and I guess that particular drink.
I totally forgot about those drinks. Yeah. It was like everyone would sprint off the bus to have a passion. I think what were they called? Passion pops or something.
Yeah.
But very good.
Yeah, and then enjoyed playing in Joburg at Ellis Park, and in Super we wouldn't get as packed out, but just the stadium itself is pretty much upright, and although playing in altitude a bit harder, but just like the atmosphere there, and being there watching All Blacks games, it's probably one of my favourite stadiums to watch, and I've only watched it, so watch games, so yeah, watch and be there. And yeah.
Did you play in the game when Murphy scored that last minute try at Ellis Park?
Yeah.
To win it?
Okay.
Yeah, against the Lions. Yeah. Fond memory.
Yeah.
One of my rare wins.
Yeah, go on, tell us about it.
No, it was just, to play at Ellis Park, it's tough to go there, like your lungs are burning. And we'd just been in the tussle, and it was right there for the taking. And Murphy Taramai off a ruck about 15 metres out, hit between shoulders, and then I can't remember, it might have been Offer or someone, just absolutely pretty much carried him over a try line.
Yeah.
And we won. It was pretty much game over from there.
I think we were down by 20 points with 15 or so minutes to go.
Yeah. And everyone was expecting, obviously, for us to fall off the cliff, but got an awesome impact from the bench and managed to do it.
Speaking of Offer, I mean, obviously he had his struggles with his injuries. How big is it for the team to have a bloke like him back playing and involved? Because he's a pretty special person, isn't he?
Yeah, he brings a lot of experience and just his calming nature, and it is very good to see him back the whole preseason as well. So he's feeling ready to go, which is encouraging for me. And there's a couple boys sort of in similar positions to me, where back in the frame of things, and as a whole. It's just good to have everyone back, and especially Offer,
Yeah. A few people around the rucks wouldn't be quite as happy in the opposition.
No. I think you'll be very excited. Honestly, I agree with Stevie. Like, I had a couple of concussions, and I remember when I came back, you were just so happy to be out there. But man, like, you were a man possessed. When you crossed that white line, it was like, I'm not going to waste this. Not that you ever wasted it before, but you probably just didn't appreciate how it just came. Like week in, week out, you just played, and then go through a bit of a challenge like that. If anyone's within that meter of the breakdown, look out.
See you
It'll be
later.
Brody Retallick styles.
Awesome, Hayward. Thanks, Stevie. Thanks for coming in. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you
bro.
for having me.
Cheers.